3 or 4 words or more. Okay. Address implications of immigration reform and its economic impact on the state and the city of Houston. Take it away.
No impact.
No impact.
I think it's something that has to be addressed for the state.
Agree.
Don't know.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, I'm going to ask the pinata question.
I left the room during the pinata to get a cookie, so I don't know what the
Okay,
pinata
the
thing is.
pinata is the government.
Okay, right.
Inside
right.
the pinata is the candy, which are all the good, even
Perfect. Okay.
though, most business
Got it.
people are capitalists, but there is some government largesse that everybody,
All right.
All right. So what are your pinata items?
Well, since I
Okay,
was out,
Okay,
I'll go with him.
Okay.
We've had a pinata for the last couple of years, and they're called low interest rates. And I mean, it's great stuff. Historically, low interest rates are great for real estate. Now,
So that's the candy?
problem right now
that
is
sandy?
I got it and you can't have it, but it's starting to come out now. And so that's the candy.
That's the
The
candy.
candy is
Yeah.
if you can lock down an interest rate, 4.5%, 5%. Long-term money, that's money in the bank. I promise you, and that'll if we get into an inflationary scenario later on, that's going to look awfully good.
So candy is anything that the government subsidizes where you don't have to pay anything or very little. So welcome. What's your pinata candy?
Well, to echo what he said from the borrowing
Yeah.
side, historically low interest rates.
Yeah. Well, he already said that.
I know, are really fueling the transactions that you're seeing right now.
Right. Okay.
If those go up, transactions are going to slow down.
All right.
You're going to hate me. Historically low interest rates, Don, would be my candy. The pinata, if I'm getting this correctly, it's anytime the government does anything in terms of moratorium on drilling or makes any kind of announcement that causes any kind of uncertainty in our market, no bueno. So
No bueno.
well, I thought I
That's
would tie
good.
that into the pinata
That's right.
deal.
Okay.
But you don't understand.
It's getting late, John.
Us poor real estate guys, we haven't gotten much candy. We haven't been thrown any candy lately, so that's why we
Okay.
don't have good answers to.
Well, I'll go out and buy a special pinata for you. Okay, let's ask one more question, and then I think we're about ready. You got one? We need a real estate question here.
You being a newsman, this will really appeal to you.
Okay, all right.
And I've got to foreclose on those other questions.
Yeah, these don't have anything to do with real estate.
Give them back.
Yeah, okay.
Play.
Okay, they're for.
Possession.
All right, okay, all right. All right. What advice would you give? How many students in the audience? Please raise your hand. Oh, man. Okay. Give them some advice that's really going to help them out.
Okay, I would say pick a city. If you want to be in the commercial real estate business, pick the city that you want to live in. Hopefully, it's kind of better prospects here in Texas, and dive into the soup. Figure out there's so many different great ways to get involved in our industry. So many different great companies. I mean, we hit on it earlier. And don't let the fact that you're kind of newly into the marketplace kind of limit what your vision could be to make a huge impact and learn the industry quickly. The best thing about Houston, Texas, when you stack up all the great things about Houston, is that it's such an open environment. If you kind of work hard, do the right thing, do what you say you're going to do, you can really make your way here. So that'd be my advice.
Right. Welcome.
It's probably the perfect time to get into the real estate business. So you're going to school now and learning a trade. Don't go by what you've seen in the last couple of years in the industry. This is the bottom. Hopefully we'll never see this again. And so the future is very bright in the industry, and I think you've picked a good field to go into. And as the economy grows back, you're going to need professionals in all segments of the economy.
What was the first job you had that really got your career going?
I think I started out simple. I started out selling farm and ranch land because it's easy to. Here's the fence. Here's the gate.
Okay.
Here's a cow. So
Here's the church, here's the steeple.
Yeah, that's right. So,
Okay.
you know, he didn't need a calculator, so it was a kind of from the basic from the ground up.
John, what suggestions you have for these?
Well, I
folks?
think finding a job today, you know, is a job. You know, you're going to have to network probably harder than you ever have. And when you go in to meet with someone, you're probably going to get told, well, we're not hiring, you know, we've cut back, blah, blah, blah. Don't take that. It's not that you don't take no for an answer, but it's, all right, what would you do if you were me? Who would you talk to? Give me 5 names of people I ought to talk to. Who are the leaders in the industry? Reach out, network, and really go after it, because, you know, this isn't like, you know, apply here and I'll get back to you in a week or something like that. You've got to really put yourself out there and show that you're smart, inquisitive, ask the right questions, and again, let them know you're ready to go, you're ready to work hard, that you've got integrity, and then ask them for advice. I mean, a lot of this is asking for advice, because what I have seen in markets that start opening up is suddenly, you know, the call comes down is, we need another analyst, or we need so-and-so, or, you know, get somebody in here to help so-and-so out because they're on fire right now and this is sustained volume. So I think that's going to be the case. And the other thing I'd say to you is, go with your skills. If you don't like selling, don't put yourself in a sales position. If you are a numbers cruncher, an analytical person, go find the analytical piece of it. So, you know, follow your passion, follow your dreams, and go do it. And you may have to be an intern for a while, an unpaid intern. I mean, you know, I hear that all the time throughout all industries right now. That's the way people are latching on. Do what it takes and work your rears off.
But that's terrific advice, because relationships matter. You know, treat it like you're, you know, finding a job, like, you know, be dedicated and disciplined about it, and then meet people in person. You know, you know, make every effort you can to get by, and one, it's good for you to kind of see the environment and be able to decide what seems suited towards your personality and skill set, but make an effort to go meet people in person.
This isn't getting a job with Google. I mean, you got to get out and meet people, because real estate's different than a lot of the new industries that are emerging. This is old school stuff, and it's about what you can do for the next guy and vice versa.
And one more thing on that, it's easy to get discouraged because it's hard to, you know, get all, you know, dolled up and go to an interview and meet people, but you have to stay after it, because it can change pretty quickly. You know, 1 week we're trying to figure out how to, you know, redeploy existing people, and 3 weeks later we need to hire 5 people. So it's timing's everything.
One characteristic of a good real estate person is a high tolerance for rejection. So remember that.
For sure.
And the unpaid internship is a great idea, because if that's a great strategy, because once you get inside a company and you meet the people and they like you or you like them, and an opportunity, then a permanent position comes up, they're gonna think of you first, and versus just checking in by phone once a week. That's a tougher way. That's going to be tougher to get a job in this market. But consider internships, especially one in a field where, you know, in real estate, where you're actually going to be learning, because when you do get to the permanent job, having interned and having some in the field experience will probably make the difference in your being selected for the job versus somebody else.
And your parents will love hearing that you've accepted an unpaid position at a
Exactly.
real estate company. Right? So,
That's right.
What was the job that you had that really propelled you in your career?
you know, it's silly because when you ask welcome that, the first thing that I thought of, I sold carpet, remnant carpet pieces to incoming freshmen. I went to SMU, and it was a way that I met every incoming freshman, and it was an entrepreneurial. It seemed like the most money I ever had in my life, and it was just it allowed me to kind of realize that I enjoyed just meeting people.
Right. John, what was
I probably, when I got out of school, I went to work for American General Insurance Company in a somewhat upcycle. We were very busy. I mean, I walked in and, you know, first day there, I got to go up to Dallas and observe a big joint venture we were doing with a guy named Bobby Folsom, who became the mayor of Dallas and building, you know, hundreds of apartments. And you know, thought it was a big shot. And 3 months later, I was inventorying furniture in foreclosed apartments out in the Sharpstown area. So I got to see the dark side of real estate as well. So we did that for about a year as we took back properties in the downturn of 74, 75, which again, nobody here in this room knows anything about, but real estate is cyclical. So.
I should mention when I was selling remnant carpet
Yeah.
pieces, I was 19. I wasn't like some weirdo, you know, 30-year-old selling, just for the record. But yeah, so I was a sophomore selling to freshmen coming in.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, yeah, that could get weird, right? If you're, yeah.
Oh, they're posting this on the internet, so I'm glad you clarified
So,
all
well,
that.
good.
Okay.
Thank you.
Let's give a big hand to our panel
Yeah.
here, okay? And this does conclude the program, right?
I think Brandon's gonna.
Okay, Brandon, take it away.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Thank you very much, guys. Really appreciate it. Just want to say one more thank you to Jones Lang LaSalle Capital Markets for the keynote sponsor for this event, as well as all the other sponsors that are in the audience, as well as to the students and to the committee, the ULI committee that worked on this event. So have a wonderful weekend and good luck in 2011. We'll see you next year. Thank you.